What's up, Stu? Ought to be good to remain upright for 2 hours at the very least. Still hurts. Lower back. Been dealing with that since like late Thursday, towards the end of a work shift. What's up, Edith? Likely just overextended myself doing my job, more likely. Tried to make it through most of Friday, but told my boss, "Hey, I gotta leave. I can't even lift I can't even pick up a pallet without being in pain." And we picked up Tiger Balm pads. Try those out, and for the price, not worth it. They're like a box of 5 is like less than what you get from like an icy hot patch thing, but not worth it. It felt so ineffective. I slapped 2 of them on my back and still didn't really feel anything. But enough about that. Enough about getting old. Yeah, we'll get started in a moment. Alright. When we last left off, let's see. Head north in Albina through the wastes and Salica Wood, which is guess we gotta go through Albina Fortress. Let's see. I'll keep with this party for a bit. I'll do the Giza Plains check later, just to see if it'll ever rain there for me to do the one hunt. But I haven't really been up to much this past week besides work. Work and a lot of Overwatch, which I keep saying I'm gonna stream, but I just don't end up doing. But one thing I have been doing in there, trying to put time into Vendetta. And like, it's just, it feels rough. What's over here? And you know, it feels comforting in knowing that I'm not the only person that feels this way about that character. Especially given like all the hype. You want to press triangle. All the hype that was built up around her at the time, and over time that just kind of fell flat. Yeah, she definitely does. Like, it's not just skill, but like I feel like she needs like just a straight up fundamental rework. Because like when you like compare her to some of the other damage characters within that same category of flanker, she just does not like. It's like a weirdly. How do I put this? It feels like you're going against some grain, but you're not sure what it is. Yeah, like especially like her survivability, like you're saying, the block doesn't work well because like it runs on a meter, which is, you know, a problem unto itself. But that same meter, the resource, is shared with her little range ability that throws like little sword slashes across the map. But you know, I can, you know, take out some fools at a distance that way, but at the same time, you're pretty much limited to 3 swipes, and then get maybe 2 more if you get the perk. But like her two forms of mobility, like she just feels too much like a sitting duck at all times. And then like you look at her what her ultimate does is even more so, because as much as they like advertise the whole go into the air, do a big giant slash on the ground, you're like, if you want to get the maximum output of that, like a big line, you have to hold on to it for as long as possible and hope you don't get shot out the air. Like I think like for one they need to like just do the big line, it doesn't matter, or like do the medium line. Like there's too much wind up for all what she does, except for her like her spin dash. Like throwing the sword, she remains where she is before she gets like magnetized to it. Like that's, you know, it could be like kind of unthinkable to draw direct comparisons to a competitor, but Marvel Rivals, like if we had to like map a analog to Vendetta, it might be Thor. That said, I don't remember offhand all of how that character works in that game, apart from that you can swing his hammer around, like swing Mjolnir around, like, you know, like he normally does, and use that momentum to throw himself across the map. Maybe do the same thing with Vendetta, I don't know. Have it double as an alternate shield. Like she spins her sword around, it reflects incoming projectiles, and then once you release, it kind of uses that momentum to throw her across the map, you know? Something like that. I don't know, like at this point, like how many months down the line since that character's been available? She should have just been a tank. Okay, do well with my mains, each type, tank, roadhog, DPS soldier, or Lucio. Dabble in other people. Yeah, like, it's always good to have a nice variety of characters you can fall back on. Now, what could be funny, because, you know, story-wise, Doomfist has been out of the picture, even though, like, he's still playable in the game. What could be funny, Blizzard can, like, flip a switch and make her a tank and him back to being DPS. It's not gonna happen, but it'll be funny if it did. Like, alright, we heard you. You want DPS Doomfist back. Here you go. Yeah, like, he started off as damage, but then they made him a tank. Which, to that extent, like, if the whole conceit of her character was supposed to be, like, this rival of Doomfist, then she should at least try and, like, mirror what he does, and to some degree. But, you know, to kind of echo what I've said on forums, like, it's nice to consider that they want to have a big fuck off anime sword lady, which is cool on paper, just the execution did not pan out well. What is over here? I think this is where the prison was. Door's locked, okay. Back down Monday, play Tuesday. Yeah, we could do that. Because, like, on the flip side of that whole discussion, a lot of people are annoyed with Onron, and I am enjoying playing Onron. Like, she hits that nice niche for me in a way that I wish Vendetta would. Because if you think about the whole conceit of a flanker, like, you wanna have to be able to charge in, do your stuff, and then get out. Like, be aggressive in a very, like, trolly way against people, then try and get out. You don't want to stay there too long. What you got there? Sell some stuff. I'll get some more remedies. It's me, we cannot go this way. There's rivers, carries. Okay. Fairies aren't running right now. So how are we supposed to head north? Don't remember. Phosphorus highways. So where is that? I have to refer to the walkthrough. I honestly don't remember. Thought that was useless. Good old game facts. You never let me down. Okay, apparently there was something I missed back at that monastery. Something for like something optional, but we're gonna take care of it. Because why not? Speed boost. When did I become affiliate? Am I an affiliate? Because I know I did all the stuff to for payment things. I mean, I don't think I am because, at least through OBS here, I can't change the audience for my stream. Who do I talk to? Seek greater power than the fate of those who fall into search for strength. Okay, it must be you. The Great Condemner. Now the spirit is bound within the shrine. Take the stone in hand and walk the path into darkness. Alright, let's do that. You good, friend? Okay. So what does... Open a forbidden place. He with power trusted not. A fleet we saw descend upon not long before you merge. Okay. So let's see. Maybe we gotta interact with that pedestal over there. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Like the guy that looked at mentioned this special thing, but did not go further into it. Nope, can't direct that.
Yeah.
Yeah. A Reaper Mage. Oh shit. That thing means business.
Yeah.
Bruh. Okay. Get the funk out of here.
I can't.
Nope, 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 no, 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 no. no. Door, thank you. Oh my god. That was awkward. Okay. Well, I guess we'll not be doing that today. Get everyone else up. Let's not go there. It's a silly place. Let's try heading there. See if we can't progress. No, we're not gonna bother with these. Only thing that sucks is I can't like bring up the map overlay while fleeing. So northeast right there.
Ha! Yeah! Right! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
Oh, there we go. I've never actually been in here before. Let's see what can be found. Cool. What you got? Nothing new. What about you? Nope. Not too worried about Gambits at the moment. Yep. Probably would have been appropriate like earlier in the game. At least sell some of this crap. Might trigger the bazaar, who knows? Nope, okay. What about over here? Looking for the aerodrome? I'll take you. Civilians are only allowed in sections of the fortress. Okay. Right then, this way. Okay. Aerodrome. But we don't really need to do anything here. Oh, I bet it must be miserable to be wearing all that heavy armor in this type of environment. Not just because of like the heat, but a nice gust of sandy wind, and your day is ruined. Let's make a save just in case. Might run into something that'll like slap me down in one hit. Level 30. Okay, we should be able to handle those. Organ. What are they doing in this game? They belong in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Like, is that where like Worgen came from this game?
Ha. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure 13 predates Cataclysm. The expansion for Warcraft. Not 13, 12. Brain.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking about it, you know, the Cataclysm expansion gets like some amount of hate because of the fact that like it fundamentally changed how the world appears, at least in the main world. But sometimes you gotta shake things up, you know, gonna move forward. A game that's been running as long as World of Warcraft has. Plus, you know, everyone got their wish with the classic version, so they can play that. Me personally, I can never go back to that. Like, I didn't start World of Warcraft from the very beginning. I jumped in during the Burning Crusade expansion, but that may as well like be close to vanilla as I'll ever get.
Yeah.
Baba. But nah, yeah, no, thank you. I don't want to go back. I like my quality of life improvements. Like being a warlock back in those days, needing to farm soul stones just to do anything. No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not like, you know, you can just, oh, let me just go up this level, go up to this level 1 mob and drain its soul. No, you had to, I believe you had to target something that was level appropriate with you. Otherwise you would not, like, count. I could be misremembering it, but I feel like that was the case. Like, it's the same thing as, like, you fight a mob that's gray, and you just don't get any experience from it, you know? Which, you know, understandably, you would want to be at the end game portion to reap your rewards. But that being said, like you could still would have went back to like if you're doing professions, farm all those old world stuff. If you're one to work the auction house that way. Lord knows I've seen plenty of multi-boxing druids flying around, hitting up nodes all over the place. And I think it was kind of made worse by the fact that I think it was, if not Battle for Azeroth,
Yeah.
an expansion or two before it, like a more than one player could like tap into the same like mining node before it goes away. So it was like, just to kind of describe what I mean with a multi-boxer, people will like have multiple like clients running at the same time, and they'll just map the their control configuration to just one character and mirror that out to all the other ones, all the other accounts. So it'll look like like a trail effect of the same druid flight form or whatever, swooping in, all getting access to whatever's there, and then leaving. And it's not like they're gaming the system to like do raids or anything like that, because that would be even more that'll take a lot more skill and technical know-how. There's someone with a map nearby. A Moogle, perchance. There's a Moogle. Scout. Yep. I would like to buy a map. Say a map. Map. Guess what? I saw a giant bomb deep in the Salika wood. In the Salika wood, Kupo. That's not far from Nebrius Deadlands. It probably came from there. If you're headed towards Arcadia, don't get bogged down by Nabudus. Dangerous place, that. Interesting. Alright, might need a chocobo to get access to that little area. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead and head over eastward. Actually, we'll hit up that portion right there. Anything to say? Concerned woman? Oh, we headed to the capital too. According to our map, we should go northwest from here, but my husband, he cavils and stalls. He says he's concerned about the road ahead being blocked, but why don't we just go and see for ourselves? That's a good question. What we seeing? Oh, Ryan of the South Wind. Strange scent permeates the air. Is there someone crop dusted right there?
Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Sea Cataract. Okay. Oh, I've gone berserk. Means we can't do anything else until that's removed. Nope, miss. What we got? Well, gotta wait for it to fall off, I guess. Random cure, okay. Clay golems. Wayward Chocobo. We do have no greens. Sad face. Let's see if we can't get something. Learned man. I've come from the capital to study the shrines here. They seem to be manufactured springs. In fact, drawing water up from an aquifer. Like my brain wants to say different words associated with those terms. I want to say manufactured and aquifer. Pity they seem to be dry. They seem to have dried up some time ago. The odd thing is, when I examined the shrines, the mechanism seemed functional. Perhaps the flow of water underground changed? Perhaps it might change again? Who can say? Caravaner, give me your strongest potions. Ooh, got some weapons. I already got that. Chaos Mace. On hit, confused. What else we have? Roga and Vanishka. Just because you add "ga" at the end of a word doesn't make it less silly. Well, now you going to the capital? It's a long way. Best get what you need now, or you'll regret it later. Oh, still gotta get some more money for that. Let's see. Preventers. Wait, did you have any Gasol greens? Nope. Where could I've gotten greens? I feel like I had some at some point. I might have sold them. Anywho, we're gonna go this way now. Thieves' cuffs. Ooh. Lose out on vitality the most. Well, why not? We need to be trying to thieve more often. Anything else that we can do gambit wise? Revive. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, python.
Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Thought maybe I had gravity or something. Or telekinesis. I think that's what it is. You have better Cura. In fact, it might be best take Fran off of healing duty. Maybe some more poaching to help me steal. Okay. Well, now I wonder if there were other paths like that before.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Where are you going? Get back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me when I have to stand up for a moment. Hey, get a drink too. All right. This seems pleasant. Pumpkin heads. I forgot to mention earlier. I did force myself to play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, the GBA version. And you know, I have no issue disclosing that I cheated to get through that game because I don't like the card system at all. It was a mistake. Let's see, do I want to switch up a party? see, until next level, still a ways off. Thing is, I don't know how if I'm going to encounter any more flying enemies. We'll put Fran on the bench for now. Get Bosch in here. But yeah, so I played Chain of Memories. I only did the initial path in that game because there are two stories in that game. One where you're playing as Sora, naturally. And the other where you're playing as Riku, which I did not touch yet. But just playing through that initial story with Sora definitely helped to provide context for before starting up Kingdom Hearts 2. Ooh, a visitor groupo. We're here working on the gate up ahead. Well, not actually right now. Right now, we're resting. You don't say. I'll be looking on LP. If we can't hit 200. How dare you sing your song? But yeah, starting up Kingdom Hearts 2. That initial beginning with Roxas. I don't know, I feel like, you know, as I've gotten older, like it hits harder in a way that I don't recall it having done so when I initially played that game way back when. Because, you know, if you've never played a Kingdom Hearts before, I mean, that first game was pretty much standalone, but then they had to make more. And coming up with reasons to invent new enemies and all that. But I think they do it in a way that like kind of feels organic, at least at that time for the game. Spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm trying to form my thoughts here. Like the main antagonistic force in the first game are creatures called Heartless, which are created when people have their hearts stolen. Very clear cut. Towards the end of Kingdom Hearts, Sora does the heroic sacrifice deal by giving up his heart in order to save another character. And you do play as a little heartless gremlin for a short period. But because that happened, another byproduct of when people lose their hearts, apart from creating Heartless, are nobodies, which are the new enemy of the second game.
Yeah.
And Roxas is Sora's nobody. Now, thinking about it currently, I'm not sure how it makes sense in the fact that, like, Sora Sora and Roxas more or less exist at the same time. At least, you know, by end of the Chain of Memories game and the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora was pretty much placed in suspended animation. But his body was still present. So, however they managed to explain away that in a future game, I can't say. But what I can say is the whole like 6-day, 6-chapter opening to Kingdom Hearts 2, kind of a gut punch. Because you're playing as this character who believes he is his own being, like his own entity, only to have all that stripped away from him. To learn that he's actually like, no, you're one half of a person. And I think that's like real solid storytelling. But at the same time, I feel it kind of undermines the importance of Sora to an extent, or at least why we should care about why we should care about him being a protagonist. Because I'm kind of playing with Sora now, where I'm at, and it's, I guess, like, it's kind of comparable to Goku in a way. If you think about how, like, original Dragon Ball followed Goku, and we got to see his journey, see him grow as a character. And then Dragon Ball Z happened. Goku does not matter that much except to be there to win to save the day. That is how it feels. Going so much of this map. Now, all that being said, like, it's been decades since I last played Kingdom Hearts 2, so it's likely some stuff I'm forgetting. And I welcome to be reminded of and be corrected about. What's up, little guy? Google boss. Hey! Once the gates fix, everyone will be able to go to Fawn Coast, Kupo. It'll take a little while longer yet. That is, if my 9 missing apprentices ever come back to the Silica Wood. We'll never finish repairs like this, Kupo. They're probably loafing in the Silica Wood bungalow. Still 9 missing. Oh, okay. Let's go find some lazy little mofos. But yeah, like, I do wish to, you know, given the current advancements in emulation technology, do intend to play through all those games. At least like their initial versions. Could always just like wait for a sale to pick up the re-releases, remasters on PC. But from what I understand, like, those are kind of iffy. Yeah, so let's attack from here.
Yeah.
Which I think is like the kind of the nature of most Square Enix ports to PC. Get back to work. We're working on the gate up ahead. Except right now we're taking a break actually. What? The boss wants us. Uh-oh, Kupo. We better go. He's ugly when he gets mad, Kupo. Bye-bye, Kupo. Oh, there are still seven of us on break out here. No one seems home.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna read their dialogue every time. It's gonna bring the same stuff over and over again. Likely.
Yeah.
And it's some nice chill music playing. Rose Cassage. Weird hair. I don't want to fight them. They my homies. They chillin'. Let's just go out of our way to attack this one. Marlboro King? Okay. Oh, he has a crown. That's funny. I've been slowed. Let's see. Chronos tier. There's still two of us on break, and the other two over there like, don't rat us out. Found all the Muggles. Yeah, let's go to the gate. Now that my apprentices are all back, the repairs took no time at all, Kupo. Witness the power of Muggles. I like to imagine there are Muggles that we just don't see that are like sleeveless with super jacked arms. Thanks to you, the repairs at the gate finished. Here's a token of our gratitude. A sash. Cool. Bond coast up ahead, Kupo, pretty views there, but the locals, not so pretty. Why you gotta say it like that? Let's see. Still a lot more of this area that we didn't explore, but I kinda wanna progress. It was this way, yeah. Unless we have to go up further north, which is more likely. But let's see what's over here.
It would seem we made the right choice. If we'd taken the easy way and come by airship, one of those patrols would no doubt have been quick to roll out the red carpet. We're on the Empire's doorstep now, so we shouldn't have to worry quite so much. But that's no excuse to get sloppy. It is still a long road to the capital.
Cool deal. Alright, for anyone wanting it, here's a beach episode. Okay. Hopefully we should get some decent experience.
Yeah.
I have confusion. Do I have anything for that? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not gonna mess with it. It's sleepy. All these damn flying enemies. Anything to bring it down. The weak too. Nice. And a miss. Okay,
Yeah.
such weak healing. What the hell? Alright, which... Don't have access to the technique yet. Gotta look at all my options. Yeah, triangle this way, I guess. Definitely need that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up like where like Blizzard is located or something. But so far I keep finding all the second and third tier versions of spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Bruh.
Yeah. 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 Ha. Yeah.
Like I can't help but feel like the game expects me to have other means of dealing with flying enemies
Yeah.
aside from like just ranged attacks. Alright, what's over here?
Ha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I have confusion. Not anymore.
Yeah.
I'd rather say I have absolutely no idea where I'm supposed to be going. I did not refer to the guide beyond like trying to figure out where to go from where I was stuck. We're just roaming. I would like to hit the next story beat before calling it
Yeah.
laying down for a while.
Yeah.
Ha.
Yeah.
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 But let's refer to the world map. I guess we just keep going east. Ah, rest stop.
Race it to the water.
Why the capital?
The Nethicite. I must destroy it.
Are you sure? You don't want it for yourself? Use its power to restore Dalmasca? Something like that? The best intentions invite the worst kind of trouble.
Lusting for ever greater power. Blinded by the Nethicite. Is that how you see me?
That does sound like someone I know. He was obsessed with Nethicite. It was all he cared about.
Come over here.
He'd babble nonsense,
Hey!
blind to aught but the stone's
Watch it.
power.
Like I said.
He'd talk about some Enna, or was it
beautiful view.
Venar?
Except for you.
No matter.
Thank you.
Everything he did to get closer to the Nethicite, to understand it. He made airships, weapons. He even made me a judge.
You're a judge?
part of a past I'd rather forget. It didn't last long. I ran. I left the judges and him. Sidolphus Demon Bonanza. Draculaur Laboratories' very own Dr. Sid. That's when he lost his heart to Nethicite. Lost himself. And I suppose that's when I lost my father. Don't follow in his footsteps. I ran away. I couldn't stand seeing him like that, a slave to the stone. So I ran. Free at last. Funny I went for the Dusk Shard. How could I have known that it was Nethicite? And then, of course, I met you. All that running, and I got nowhere. It's time to end this. Cut my ties to the past.
It's hard to leave the past behind. I know.
Marriage of convenience. Symbol of the alliance between Nabradia and Elmasca. This is how they see our match.
They do they?
These roles we play. I must admit, I find it wearying.
I will play mine.
I would have no other.
The choice is yours to make. But don't give your heart to a stone. You're too strong for that, princess.
I pray you're right, Balthier.
That was interesting. Learn something new the further we get into this game. Let's offload some stuff. What we have? Soul of the Firebird. 25 Phoenix Downs. I mean, I got 43. No need. Weapon wise, so I got the Chaos Mace to buy. Giant stone bow. That's a lot, Jesus. The Goku pole. Hey, wait a minute. Let's see. Faraga, Confuse. Don't know new techniques. Could probably devote some funds to armor instead. Dragon Shield, oh, it's perfect thing to put our cards in. Plus 13, we have 1 for him. Actually, no, he's rolling with the ninja sword. We'll equip it onto you for now. Get some diamond armor. Black cowl. Metal jerkin. Crystal shield. Oh, it's a big upgrade. Stick on the bottom of the list for now. About all I can afford anyway, so. Immune to petrify. Get one. And confuse. Yeah, we'll definitely equip that. Belt. I know what you're thinking. Why buy cures from this girl when all it takes is a good knock to the head to make all that ails me go away, right? Fact is, some ailments don't go away. A blinded man goes down and comes back up as blind as he went. Need an item to purge that lot. How about you? Chocobo vendor, okay. Is there a cartographer nearby? It'd be cool if they were. Notice board. Ooh, a lot of new hunts. Atomos? Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that this session. Let's see. See if we can't find a cartographer hiding away anywhere. Here you are. So you're a cartographer. Ooh, just out of my price range. It won't be difficult to get some money. But we'll save that for next time. Okay, well. Kind of would have liked to progress a little bit more, but that was a nice little story beat to end on. A little character moment. Oh man. Like part of it is just have it the motion of standing up, bending over is where I run into trouble. But yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna lay down, put on a movie or something. But yeah, stuck around this long. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next weekend with more Final Fantasy XII, and we'll try and do some Overwatch during the week. In the meanwhile, thank you for watching and have a good night.